Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video on Nikke Goddess of Victory. Now in today's video what I want to do is talk about the Union chips or the Union raid in general and how the global region has still not gotten their rewards for ranking, and the fact that the amount of currency required to get one spare body for the liberation characters is actually quite expensive, and it's going to take like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months to get that one one copy of that character, and it isn't looking that great in my opinion. Many people could agree with me as well. Tell me down in the comment section whether you agree or disagree with my own take on the Union raid currency and the Union raid in general. Anyways, before I carry on with the video guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, stay tuned for more content on Nikke Goddess of Victory. If you guys don't want to miss out on future content on this game, make sure that post notification is on, and if you guys enjoyed this video then do me a solid by liking this video. Okay, let's go over. So Union raid, I do believe the global region has still not gotten the rewards, because it would make sense taking a look at my Union shop. I have not spent any amount, and this is the amount I have currently right now. So I do believe with my Union guild or Union in general, we ranked between like 200. So I do believe we were entitled to about 3,000 sorry, of the Union chips. I might be wrong, I can't exactly remember. It's between like 2,000 to 3,000 or maybe something like that. And if you add that on top of the Union chips you're getting from beating the the Union raid, you should roughly get about like 4,000, over 4,000 in that first Union raid. Now let's assume that the casual players in this game are able to get like 4,000 of the Union chips per Union raid. If you do the calculation, it's going to take about 4 months to actually have enough currency to get that one spare body. Now if you then realizing you need to get 2 other copies, so 3 in total, if you do the calculation, 4 times 3 is going to give you 4, it's 12. So 12 months it's going to take for you guys to get that one liberation character at max level. And I'm pretty sure when the liberation system came out and the characters came out, we were pretty sure it was for free-to-play players, or it's a way for us to get a character max limit broken or max level for free, so that if anyone is still stuck within that 100 level 160 world, it could help them out. However, if it's going to take a year to actually get that one character max level, so level 200, then surely that just absolutely ruins the entire point of the liberation. But pretty sure in a year's time from this video, a lot of the free-to-play players that have started from day one should have already broken through the level 160 wall, which basically just means that this entire system was garbage because it didn't fulfill its role. And yes, maybe the devs didn't actually say this is for free-to-play players and it should help them get a maximally broken character, max level character, but still that's just what everyone thought, and right now it is not looking like it's going to be possible. So if you guys are thinking of getting that one character max level, it's going to take you a year, roughly a year for casual players, maybe even longer if you guys are just like in an average guild, I guess. If you guys then look at the amount of time it's going to take you to even get the liberation characters, I'm pretty sure within a year you're definitely going to get all 3 of the liberation characters. So by that time you get all 3 of them. I think it's just, wait, can you stack? Actually, I want to check something. If I go to the shop, the Union raid, can you only buy 1 a month? No, there's no like a time, there's no like a amount you can buy. So I think if you just keep saving all of the liberation chips, just in case you guys picked like a character that is not good, if you guys are up to date with the current news for Nikke, you guys should already know that Guilty, let's go over to her. Guilty is one of the strongest liberation character because her damage is insane, like really good, and she has giant dunkers. And a lot of people might say, okay, so Guilty is looking like the best one, I might as well use all my Union chips to get all the copies for her and get her to max level, so level 200. It's going to take you a year, by the way, but still, if you did that, you're going to get yourself a strong character. That is great. But let's say you guys picked someone like Sin. I did initially when I was doing like my looking at Sin skill. The game had an issue where it said stun every 5 seconds instead of taunt, which made me pick Sin. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna say this flat out. Game, you ruined my decision making skill. Actually, not really, I would have still picked Sin because she looked absolutely amazing. But anyways, let's say you picked Sin and you thought, okay, you realize that she's not going to be good in game, and you guys want to make sure you're using your chips appropriately on the character that you guys think is going to be strong. and then you guys just can wait until you get guilty and then use all your chips to get all the duplicates you require and then get yourself a 3-star guilty, and that should be a way to move a way to play the game. However, I feel like a lot of people now are looking at just buying other stuff in the union shop rather than the spare body, because it essentially isn't going to fulfill its role, so there's no reason for you to actually keep buying the spare body. So I'm going to say this right now, since I am someone who has passed the level 160 wall, I am not in any rush to get any of the liberation characters 3 stars, so I don't really need to buy the spare body. And I feel like a lot of people, or the people who have actually passed the 160 wall, don't really need to buy duplicates for the characters. They need to get the spare body, except if you guys have realized how broken Guilty could be and you guys want to make sure she's very, very strong, then I guess you can save all of your union chips and then use that for Guilty. But at the same time, you don't really need to do that, because in a year's time there's going to be a lot more stronger characters, obviously. So Guilty might not remain as one of the strongest characters in the game, and when eventually you are able to get Guilty 3 stars, there's probably going to be better damage dealers already in the game. So once again, I don't think it makes sense, to be honest, to get any of the spare bodies, because it just makes sense to just buy any of the other stuff in the shop. So more specifically, I mean the batteries. So the batteries are looking like a better alternative to buy, and you get a power boost from this as well. One thing to know actually is the resilience battery for some reason only works on the Bastion cube, and for the Bastion battery it only works for the resilience cube. So there's a bug in game. For some reason it hasn't been fixed, even though this is pretty much a huge bug for those people who've actually gotten the chips in the other region. They used it to buy the resilience battery or something like that. They can't even use it for the cube, so that pretty much sucks. I hope the devs fix that. So union chips resources that we're getting doesn't look to be that good, and how expensive the copies for the characters are is just essentially bad in my opinion. Defeats the point of the whole entire liberation system in my opinion. Now there could be another reason why you guys are just going to stick with getting duplicates for the character. Maybe you guys want to have the characters animation for your lobby screen. So I do believe when you get the liberation characters, you can also, if you get them to 3-star, you can also use the animation as your wallpaper in your lobby. And you guys want to see some giant badonkers from Guilty, I guess you can use her good. I guess that's the only reason I feel like, or 2 of the reasons why you guys would actually carry on sticking with, saving resources for the liberation spare body. And if you guys are free to play player who are still stuck at that level 160 wall, do you guys think in a year's time you guys will still be stuck in that? If you guys still think you're going to be, then I guess you can stick with the spare body and save up for that instead. So that is my take on the liberation system as well as the union chips. I feel like it was poorly implemented in the game. The amount of chips we get is not that good, and there's technically no reason for anyone who has actually passed through the 160 wall to even bother getting any of the spare body, unless you want to make Guilty very, very strong. But if you guys are still willing to stick with that, I guess that is fine for you guys. Anyways, that's all I want to talk about. It's been your boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm out.